fellow Nigerians. I greet each and every one of us that may the peace of the Lord be with us in whatsoever we are doing. And do I say, can't call it an happy holiday, but at the same time, that's the only word we can use for because that is a borrowed language that it has become a general language that we understand in Nigeria, which is English language. And there's nothing we can just call such an holiday than a happy one, because that's the only way we just describe it as a happy holiday, despite the fact that we are mourning the death of our fallen heroes from ex head of state, ex-president Muhammad Buhari, and the Awujade of Ijebu. A lot of people felt because we are all born from women, but with different destiny. So it goes a long way that you just have to accept what comes along your way. And if you feel there are one or two things you can do to change it, you do it. Like Bob Marley used to say, every man got the right to decide his own destiny, which belongs to each and every one of us. I am not the type that want to attack any content creator because I learn a lot from each and every one of you outside there because both the meaningful and the unmeaningful ones, if they are not, all I just need to do is if I'm following you, I'll keep on following. If I'm not following, I'll unfollow you because at this age, you cannot start bringing in something negative into our brain. And we've talked a lot in a way to bring a discuss about Nigeria, but I have seen a lot of talking that you have been making rather than walking the talking, we are talking the walking, and has been the problem of Nigeria. We always want to rely on hearsay, and we are not putting things within our own mind that yes, sincerely patriotic we are, and what have we to offer the nation on our own side. So it makes us to become, let me just put it, these simple words for us that we are playing a blaming game. Yes, waiting for this administration to use the past administration, the late head of states to comparison with the living. How do you compare the living, the dead and the living? We should be able to respect our dead ones. We should be able to respect our dead ones. Because I see something that was bring out that was I was not intending to make anything in English language at all in terms of the death of President Muhammad Buhari, and I prefer to choose the language I know I was born into, which is Yoruba language, to be able to talk to my people in one or two things, because that is where we are lacking. A lot of us use borrowed language to deal with issues, and before you know it, you will now discover that you are of no use. All what you said is of no use to even you yourself, not to talk of the society. What is the essence of what you are talking that is not getting somewhere? It's long ago I said something in a standing maybe content somewhere there in somewhere in Oba. I was saying it to people. I said the content creators where we are getting it right, we are getting it wrong. Is if we really mean what you are saying and we really want to build the nation, I think a very good example should start from us. And how, when we come together, we want to create a content, and this content has to do with the nation. What exactly do we now need to do? All we just need to do from our own end is to say how can we get more closer to the government in such a way that it will be part of the program of the house, either in the Senate or rep. Is it a week? Is it 2 weeks? They'll be able to collate content from one angle to the other, east, north, west, south, and bring it together. They have time to sit down. They are watching it and they are jotting out something, because what is happening out there on the street is bigger than what is happening in the house. They are not seeing it. They are human like us. You don't expect them to see everything that you see. I used to blame them initially before You are this, you are that. So I when the issue of when the issue of my area now came up, now that I started dealing with fully content creating on what is going to happen in my area, how do we defend this? This is now, I now see that no, they all have a full hand. That a lot of things will happen that they don't know. You just end up playing a blaming game on government or anybody that is representing the government. I don't trust anybody in government. That is one thing with me, because not until what you are putting on ground, we should stop the talking and we start the walking. Let it walk. Let the walking do the talking. Precisely, I don't know how this my video can get to Mr. Common Sense, because I saw one of his video early in the morning when he was talking about the late General Buhari. We want to talk about the economy, tongue lashing him, and he want to talk of the present government, where they go wrong, where they go wrong. I I completely go against it. Why? Because with what is happening now, with what is happening in Nigeria now, we can't approach anything we really need with aggression. Yes, we've done all these things. People use all these aggression wars here and there. They will pick one or two person out there. By the time he goes there, if you come out, if pick me in what is happening in my own area, I know what it takes there. When you go there, they might not beat you, they might not say anything bad about you. Look, you are doing the right thing. We also know you are doing the right thing. But don't you think you want to waste your life? Blah blah blah. If you really want to do with your people, this is the way you go about with it. They go into agreement. When you go into agreement here and there, look, I'm going to adjust myself. I'm going to know the way I'm going to approach it. This is what ends up with a lot of people that are being picked out there. That is why you can see that most people who want to talk online, they are reducing. When they pick this one here, they pick that one here. The only thing they will tell him, be careful. If not, you just want to waste your life. People ask, so we don't, once you are doing it aggressively, when you are doing it aggressively, attention will be on you. Bring out the facts of what you want to say about. When you are doing things with facts, you don't have any problem. Every tribe you see in Nigeria has contributed to the backwardness of this nation. Every tribe you see. I've been saying this in most of the interview that they had when I had with a lot of TV stations. I told them, you see, look, one thing I want you to understand is that by the time they want to discuss anything about Nigeria, they forget religion, they forget their tribe, they forget their family, they forget their the in-laws and everything. They come together and discuss about their own selfish interests. After discussing about their selfish interests, I'm not sure, they might now start thinking of what is going to become of the nation. Because I don't know what is so big in what they are discussing in the house there that is not enough for all this thing to flow to everybody in the nation. We have all what it takes, but is it really working right? President Buhari, means gentle soul, rest in peace. He said something sometimes ago. We went gaga. We were very, very annoyed. We were saying that he said Nigerian youths are lazy. We count it to be something else. No, this man is abusing all the Nigerian youths. Blah, blah, blah. We come on social media. We started blasting him here, blasting him there, blasting him here. But the question is, after saying this word, have we shown how much dedicated we are to ourselves? We are all relying on government. Most of the people who have made what it takes in the whole world did not rely on government. They bring out their talent, because when you have what to offer, you are offering with your own price. Definitely, they have to come and buy from you. Today, you see Nigerians become consumers. We are not producing. In our words, we are talking. We are not working it. But if we are working what you are saying now, you are bringing suggestion. This is what you think the government can do. This is what you think the government can do. If they approach you today that what you said now that you are saying on the social media, are you ready to do it? You say yes. Let us set up committee. If you feel it is all about setting up committee, you really want to do for the government, you set up committee. Probably you be part of the committee within your own locality. Then things started moving on. Before you know it, it goes round. I've been saying this several times, but I believe most of the things we are saying now, we are just saying to enjoying ourselves. We're just saying to relieve our mind on what is disturbing us, and we are not coming out to tell the government the right thing. is not getting to where it is supposed to be. Your local government councillor, who is within your own ward, that will go to the chairman of your own local government, is not hearing what you are saying. He's not hearing what you're saying, not to talk of even the state governor, or even to talk of your rep, senate, or even Mr. President. So this, almost of this thing that we are doing, we are adding more to our own problem, to our own health, which the government don't even know that somebody is even existing. Like what a common sense said in his video. He said, what concerns me about Buhari? He has his own family. That is his own problem. And his family don't know my family. Must they know your own family? Must they know you? Common sense. Did you know my family? And I've been watching your programs. Every time you use my data to watch you, and you know what you are gaining from it, no matter how little it is. Not until I make comment, not until I put my likes, I put my love and everything. You are benefiting from it. Must you know my family before I do that? So forget about that. That is self-centered that we are talking about, which we have to remove from most of the things we are doing. Let's talk about the living. Let's respect the dead. Let's respect the dead ones. If you want to be tribalistic, carry it upon your head. Let everybody know that you are talking based on your tribe, and you are not shifting ground. Look, this is what I want for my people, and my people must have it. This is what I want for my people. Your people will know that is what you put. Mark you, what you are doing, you are just saying it for yourself, because don't be surprised that 5,000 people that you think that are following you, one of them will not be there for you when it happens, if anything goes wrong with you. So that is why we just have to choose our words. Not we use insultive. Even if you use the insultive word, the numbers of people that are going to watch you are those people are going to watch you. If you use a soft word, the numbers of people who want to watch you might be more, because they can start picking something from it. I learn from what we are doing within the content creating that we are doing. You don't go for people, you go for reasonable ones. You don't go for crowd. You go for reasonable people, human being, just like you said, common sense. Those who have the common sense to be able to see what you are really talking out there. So somebody will be able to call you, hey, what are you doing? I really enjoy what you are doing, blah 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 blah. Don't you think we can call you to come and discuss this thing, blah blah blah. It happens. VDM, I won't tell you that he has shifted from what he's doing, because I can see he's a human rights activist. He assisted some companies who have their money tied down somewhere. They bring them out. He assisted some people who have been duped to hand them over to the police. Blah blah blah. All these things that you are seeing, it is part of the content that he is creating something out of it, that is making something, and is making his names, and from a wayward life. If that is what you want to do, you take it to be a wayward life. That time when he has to be a guy, I don't care. Let me just dress anyhow. Let me just behave anyhow. Let me talk the way I like. Gradually he become a very reasonable content creating, that he now bring facts of whatsoever he's doing. Even if you don't want to take it, when he's talking about the son of the president, Tinubu, that is this, people are not ready to raise him. They abuse him far lengths, coming out even to his program to come and insult him. People just take him, pay the adverts to insult him, but because he knows what he's saying, he's still maintaining it. And up the line, what really happened? People started reasoning with him, and they started seeing what he's saying. What I just want of us, I'm begging on you, common sense. Let's forget about the dead. Let's talk about the living. There was this link I see that I'm going to post after this my talk now. They are going to say it now. Look at what he said when he was talking about the present government, talking about Mr. President Tinubu. I'm not his fan. I'm not Tinubu fan, and I'm not hiding it. Insultively, I will never insult an elderly person. Maybe when you do something wrong within your government, you be able to do something wrong here, you do something wrong here. It's left for them to be able to adjust it. If they are not adjusting it, it become a problem on them. The only thing you just say that people that you are trying to defend, common sense, this one thing I want you to learn. People that you are trying to defend, don't be surprised will come. You are defending everybody. Don't be surprised that they will come on your comment section and be insulting you. How do you go about that? They will be insulting you, serious insult. on you. How do you go about that? Who do you know that you want to go and must you attack people? No. Come out with what you know and you say, let's forget about the dead. Let's give honor to him. I watched something about Sunday Igboho. When Sunday Igboho came out and was saying, I am alive, the man who wants to kill me, you can see, he wants to do, which he has forgotten what it said. Maybe he doesn't even know how government is being run. What is the job of the SSS? What is the job of DSS? What is the job of immigrations and the rest of the thing? At least, if not for anything now, what he was doing for his people, the Yoruba, including myself, that he think he's doing, how many people are there for him when he fell into the hand of the law? What I'm saying is this. Is he going to tell me now that in government there are no Yorubas there who can be able to stand for him and say, look, this man, what he's saying it in order to defend us. We will not agree. How many people go to the street that we want your freedom? They were able to push here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there until they get to Germany. After getting to Germany, maybe they get in one of the job doing there that is keeping his life going. And along the line, he started learning how to speak good English. Maybe he can pick one or two things to be able to communicate to people out there that in English I can also say little thing I can say. Then the next thing he wants to do is that to just use his own English now to insult the late ones that it is Buhari who want to kill him. If the man is alive, can he say that? He doesn't know that this is something that defamatory, because if you have a problem with DSA, it doesn't mean you have with the government, because they are there for something. They are being employed. They are being employed. That is their own office. And if they, for security wise, if they see something that is going to be wrong for the nation and anything, no, Mr. President don't need to come and tell you. Do you think Mr. President have the time to be able to read this, to read that? No. But it's only the people who are beside him that were able to see it. At the end of the day, they will now come out and say, look, this man, if we are not going to take time about him, he's going to be a security threat to the nation. Go and pick him, blah, blah. By the time they pick him, if there is crowd there that's saying, we no go agree, they'll just find a stay. One way or the other, they'll bring that issue out and they will release the man. VDM, EG, that you can see. What happened within himself and the bank he went to, about his mother and the rest of the thing. Before you know it, every people come to the streets. We don't agree, blah, blah, blah. Look, if we continue with this thing is going to cause problem and it's going to affect the government. Why not release the man? Maybe you just go into agreement that he's going to be your agent, being an agent of the truth. If you see something that is wrong, he will be able to assist us to be able to calm it down. They discovered that and they went into a gentleman agreement, and VDM was being released. If such thing is happening on his own, when Igboho was arrested, how many professors, Yoruba professors, did you see that come online shouting, we no go gree, we no blah blah blah? How many individuals go to the street I would here and there? I will come on. He's not there. He's not thinking of that when it is happening, because somebody like me advised him at that time. Though on social media, I have never met him, not even on a phone call. All this thing you are doing it for your people, but you just be very, very careful when you do, because when it happens, it's going to be on your own. That's exactly, but it has become a lock on his own side, because at the end of the day, he was being released. After being released, what happened is far there in Germany, if I'm not mistaken, or probably, let me just do it, in Europe. He's not in Nigeria anyway. So now he's there enjoying himself, with his own family, and the little thing that he might be making out there, blah, blah. Before you know, he'll be able to establish himself more and more. Who gained? He did. Who are the people he's shouting for? He's not talking it again. Even far away, he's not talking it again. So why not us discuss about the living that we are seeing? Oh, Mr. President, this thing you are doing is wrong. With what you have said, if you said one, and we are able to see 1, 2, 3 other content creators who join you in what you are saying, say it. People like us will come and say, look, I see something from a common sense. So when I see it now, I realize this thing is saying it makes sense. Why not us come together and discuss this? We should be able to have topic, and we will not get out of that topic until it gets to where it is supposed to be. Online, before you know it, people will now realize we are talking there. You don't just come and talk of the past leaders you see, both dead and living. They put their own sweat and all it takes that they want to serve the nation, even no matter how corrupt they might be, that are where they have done the good things, that we need to celebrate them. That is it. The wrong ones that they leave that to them because you can't change it. It has happened already. What do you want to talk about Buhari? Buhari don't do something wrong here and there. Somebody want to talk of the civil war. Where were you when the civil war was? Were you alive? What history you want? You are now relying on what somebody is telling you. We wake up to see that some people will be telling us the story of 20, 30 years ago. By the time we now come to ask about the history, you can't go back to ask them again that, but you are telling us this, but this is what you have seen. So a lot of things, because it has become a hearsay. You rely on the hearsay. Buhari is dealing with Igbo guys. Buhari is dealing with Yoruba guys. Buhari is dealing with Hausa guys. In his cabinet, in everything he's doing, they travel together, just like what Ngige is saying. You are out there, maybe you are doing sectionalism with towards sectionalism that is because it's not our people, we don't want to know. If Buhari has never done anything for the Igbos, at least the third Niger bridge is something to be able to celebrate, either completed or yet to be completed. Is it not enough? How many years has it been there? In the late 50s, it has been there. The man came out that this thing must be. The still during his own time that he was able to sign into law for the airport that he will be taking somebody from the east direct to China. You know what that means? That he knows. Look, these people are very, very, very good in economic building, commercial. What do we do? They are the people who are very, very entrepreneurial. What do we do? There's no need for their goods to come and land in Lagos. They started struggling, coming from east to come and clear their goods here. Why not allow the airport to be there for them? We can go on and on and on. I'm not trying to I am his fan to the core. I am his fan. I'm Yoruba by tribe, and I'm a very good fan of Buhari because somebody that I know since 1975. We've been in the military. My uncle was a military man. We've been in the barracks. I know him very well. When you get to Jos again, when you become GOC, we are together with him in Jos for the numbers of years. I'm one of the fans of a Mighty Jet Football Club. Their own club was Octopus Football. So what happened between Mighty Jet and Octopus in the match final? It was so marvel the way he did, the way he handled the whole thing until the match came to an end. He drive all the armies out of the stadium. Leave the stadium. If you want to come and watch football, come in your mufti. Don't come on in uniform and start threatening people in football. And that gave us the zeal to be able to support our team. We were able to defeat Octopus Football Club that time during Mighty Jet, and they picked the trophy and he handed the trophy to Mighty Jet of Jos, which is in his own uniform. Though it's not in uniform, he came in his mufti there. That is bringing government closer to the people. He might be far away. The numbers of years, we will be able to make more and more and more analysis about him, but let's forget about the dead. Let's talk about the living. Common sense. This is something I see from our colleague again, who also says something about the present government. I want you to say, what do we have to offer ourselves on what this man has said? Let's talk about it. We want to talk about the economy. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about somebody who gets held of the economy and put it in his own basket. That they say have more numbers of years to go. Maybe 2 years or so. I'm not even having the record to go. And they are still talking of another 4 years after the 2 years when they are yet to be able to deliver the first 4 years that they are into. And the life has been threatening here and there. Please, let's forget about the dead. Let's talk about the living. Watch this video, gentlemen and fellow Nigerians, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Common sense, Mr. Common Sense. I really appreciate that name of yours. Very, very. And I'm one of your fan. But I think we should be able to manage ourselves to be able to say that let's go for the reality. If we want to talk, let's talk out of sentiment. Let's talk out of religiously, maybe sectionalism in terms of religion. Come and say, no, this is a Yoruba man. No, this is a Muslim. No, religion, I want to put it this way. I'm sorry. In most cases, those who want to bring religion into us are scammers because they will tell you what they are not doing. Come and put your tithes, come and do everything. Are they really putting their own tithes? The tithes they are putting in, is it for them to grow? Is it for the masses to be able to? No, it's not there. The alphas and everywhere will come and tell you that God says you should remove your zakat in Kankan. But when they bring all this zakat and give all this zakat to them now, does it go the way it's supposed to do? Is that the rules they follow? So which means if religion is telling us how to be our brother's keepers, those who want to teach us religion are scammers. I'm not talking of religion. Religion cannot be a scam. It's not just what cannot be a scam since it is from God. But those who think they now got it from God that they want to bring it to the people are the scammers. So we just have to be very careful. You want to discuss religion, you just have to be very careful. You want to discuss about tribe, you have to be very careful. Why? Because your own tribe also has its own shortcomings. When we start talking of the shortcomings of the Igbos, start talking of the shortcomings of the Hausas, start talking of the shortcomings of the Yorubas, it means we are not ready to walk the talking about Nigeria. All we just need to do is to try as much as possible for us to do the walking rather than the talking. Drop religion aside, drop tribal aside, sectionalism and everything. Drop it. When you drop all these things, you just talk humanly. Then we'll be able to go naturally. From nature, we are all human beings. What do we do? What do we have to offer? Christ doesn't talk of Christianity. He's talking about your brothers. Prophet Muhammad is not talking about Islam alone. He's talking about, if he wants to talk about, he's talking about your brothers. He's not talking about religion. He's talking of within our own self. Because until what you show to people, if it is good, when someone will ask you, this thing you are doing is fantastic, how can I follow it? Then you'll be able to say, this is how I go about it. Then you join. It is not by force to be able to worship God. So common sense. I come with peace. I don't mean anything harm for you because you are a very wonderful Nigerian who want the truth for the nation. May God be with you. I'm just trying to put us right in our own little way. God bless Nigeria and God bless all of us. Thank you.
You say, if Nigeria was a country where the citizens had majority of them with active mental ability, Nigeria wouldn't need a coalition to boot Tinubu out of power in 2027. Obviously, you don't even need a coalition. Any other human being, anybody, anything that will run against Tinubu in 2027, normally ought to have defeated him in an election. If really we have a country where we have normal people as majority of the citizens. But unfortunately, you will agree with me that majority of Nigerian citizens are actually not normal. That's why I refer to them in most cases as non-living things. Because you cannot be seeing a problem, cannot be seeing an error and still supporting it. Now let's look at Tinubu's financial recklessness in the past 2 years plus, where he has complained. Look at what I have here. He said, I inherited a near bankruptcy. I inherited a country near bankruptcy. That was the word of Tinubu. He's telling the world that the country he inherited was almost bankrupt. So perhaps that's why things are hard for the citizens. Buhari spoiled the country, but Nigerians were still surviving well. Until Tinubu came, the country was nearly bankrupt. Okay, let's assume he was right. And to prove Nigerians, to prove himself right, that the country was really near bankruptcy, the first thing Baba did, look at it. Everything I'll be showing you here are in the news. So follow up, you can fact check. Odalo don't say things that are not already in the public domain, but perhaps you are not aware, so I'm bringing it to your knowledge. The first thing he did was this. Tinubu bought a 150 billion naira presidential jet and 5 billion naira presidential yacht from a country that the economy was near bankruptcy. Did he stop there? The car he currently uses is $182 million. American Cadillac. Check it. Go and check it. That is the car he currently drives. The one Muhammadu Buhari used became outdated and was not good enough for the president. So he need a new one. He also went ahead. I'll be displaying them. Everything I'm showing you are in the news, so you can Google. The news now said, despite economic hardship, Tinubu spent 1.5 billion naira on cars for the office of the First Lady. And then 2.9 billion naira for SUVs. These are within 2 years in a country that inherited that was near bankruptcy. As somebody want me to like anybody supporting this disaster, it not go better for the supporters of this accident. No, now, no, without me saying it, you know, it shall never be well with anybody who wish this calamity to continue on Nigeria. Did it end there? It hasn't ended now. Why will it end? Baba with record. Now, recently, we saw him. He's currently on vacation in a little city, in a little country called St. Lucia. Upon Baba getting there, you saw what he did again. Charity that used to start at home, Tinubu charity is starting abroad. Tinubu offers scholarship to St. Lucia and other Caribbeans to study in Nigeria. He has offered them scholarship to come and study in Nigeria. Many will say, yes, that's a good one. He's trying to bring people in. But before you think of that rubbish, you will first ask yourself, how many people has Tinubu giving scholarship in Nigeria? Just take a look at the way the news was published. He said Tinubu offers scholarship to St. Lucia, others Caribbean to study in Nigeria as 18 million Nigerian children remains out of school. Which kind of papa be this one? What kind of a useless father will leave the children at home hungry and then go outside to tell the hungry kids outside to come to his house and eat for free? Is that not a useless father? In fact, only a useless father does that. Right? Now, remember, this same man that is offering scholarship to somebody has earlier budgeted 5.5 billion naira for Nigerian student loan. 5.5 billion for Nigerian student loan, where he has initially budgeted 5 billion naira for a presidential yacht. So the Tinubu's yacht that is really not needed, that is not necessary, was placed above giving the student loan. You gave Nigeria student loan was not bad. Was not bad enough, although it was bad. But you went ahead now telling other students to come to that your same country to come and school for free. Baba Jagaban, I have no problem with you. I have no business with you. But you see those clamoring for you, those saying you should, those that brought you, and those still saying you should continue. It shall never be well with them. Nigeria will definitely happen to them and their household, regardless of where they run to. Because most of them think they live abroad. Wherever you are, Nigeria will happen to you. What is happening to Nigeria will happen to your family in any way. How can somebody support this madness, for goodness sake? If we have a country where the people are sane, where majority of the people are sane, you don't need a coalition to boot out rubbish like this from the system. But yet we have Nigerians who think through their anus. So that's the only reason why people like Bola Ahmed Tinubu will still be holding ground that they will return to power. Well, 2027, we're already preparing for it. We shall see. Anybody who thinks this disaster is okay, that'll be your fault. Not go better for you, I swear. And as for those Tinubu supporters, I hope you come to my comment section to defend this madness, or else